Perfect! My favorite greasy valve is right over here. McAdam's Old Oil House.
Hi, welcome to the Old Oil House. I am False Convoy, a Transformers YouTuber and editor. We are joined with...
Hampley?
Dynamis?
And Rodimus Rod.
He's still working on that one. He's up in the air, and it's a little bit rough. Couldn't tell.
We'll get there eventually. Maybe next week I'll have a different
Rodimus is Rod isn't what I would name myself, but, you know, I can
Dude,
respect
I bet
it.
Rodimus's Rod is crazy.
Dude, you don't even want to know.
You're completely correct. We don't. Welcome to the Old Oil House. We are going to be uploading weekly. We are going to be going over Transformers news. So the opening of all of our podcasts, we will be going over the latest reveals, anything big in the Transformers community, and then we're going to have our topic of the week, whether that's about shows, toy lines, who knows. With our cast lineup, we all have different backgrounds where we all know different things about different parts of the franchise. Rodimus Rod is very new to the franchise, so he is the eyes for all of you who are trying to get into the franchise. He is going to be your gateway into learning tons and tons about this franchise full of awesome robots and very poorly written cartoons that we all love.
I will do my best here to make sure that I'm asking questions for at least new people, because I myself have only been in this for less than a year now. And
it's gonna be fun when we get like a basic character and he's gonna have like no idea who the hell they are.
It's just all the time.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's gonna be pretty frequent. So you're gonna hear a lot of "Who's that? What's her from?" I think it'll be good though. It'll be good for especially people learning, though.
Yeah. So today we're going to be going over the latest leaks for the United Wave 5, the Prime generation, all the leaks that came out with that.
I actually think you just butchered that. The next year is Age of Primes. It's pretty much just a Legacy 4.0 to keep the stockholders happy. But, they just have to rebrand every 3 years, as we've seen. We saw it through the Prime Wars trilogy. We saw it through Siege. We went from, Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, and then Legacy. And now that Legacy is rearing its head backwards and leaving us, we now go into the Age of Primes. And Nick wants to start it off with the Wave 1 leaks.
So, are you wanting to jump right into leaks, or are we going to want to do the Legacy United reveals that just happened as well?
We can cover those. Those have been out and about.
It's brand new.
Bit. Yeah.
Hopping into that right now, the stuff that came out in the leaks, some of this has changed around now. So we have there was originally leak for a core class Beast Wars Dinobot, which seems to be moved now.
Core class seems to be going out the window now, so I think it might be canceled. Not gonna lie here.
It's either canceled or moved, so that was something that was supposed to happen. I'm not interested in core personally, so I don't really have much to say on it.
Same. I imagine what they'll probably end up doing is not even calling it core anymore. It'll be changed into something else and maybe even be slightly smaller or larger. That's probably what they'll end up doing, like Legends
I think
class.
the price point still exists, but they're just changing it to something else next year. We just have no listings for it.
I'm gonna do my first interjection here. What size is core class? Is that
core?
That's
tiny.
Okay. Those are the little guys. I love the little guys.
That's the $12 price point. The standard price points are that Legends era, because it's Legends span all the way back to the mid 2000s where they started.
Transformers Cybertron.
Yeah, Cybertron started it off, and then it kind of ended slowly after the Prime Wars trilogy.
Okay.
And then started picking back up during, what was it? I think Kingdom started the core class thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Kingdom kind of got it going again. It's been a weird price point, full of very small, tiny stuff that ranges a lot in quality.
Yep.
You have the Hot Rod.
Yeah, I have Hot Rod and Soundwave.
Your core class. Yeah,
I love those figures.
So, Soundwave is the core banger of all time.
I love that figure.
But yeah. So Beast Wars Dinobot, who knows if he's going to be real? Probably not. Who knows? Then the next one that was on the reveal list, these leaks, is Deluxe G1 Sure Shot, the Target Master Autobot. So that one was not shown off in the reveals at HasCon, correct?
No, that wasn't shut off. That got pushed back to Age of Primes, which is next year, I believe.
Right. So Sure Shot, they're finishing up those Target Master Autobots. I think he's a cool design. I have no intention on purchasing him personally. I don't really do that era of G1, but for those who do, I'm sure they're excited for that. Sucks that he got pushed back.
I'm a sucker for the Target Masters, but they just did point blank like really dirty in Legacy. He got the short end of the stick. He's kind of a very mediocre mold, while Crosshairs was a remold / retool of Siege Ironhide's mold.
Yeah, it was the Siege Ironhide mold.
Yeah, it was a repaint with just a new head. Really nice figure, and he had the stickers too, like the original figures, the chrome style stickers on them.
I think I lost my stickers. Not gonna lie.
I liked them a lot. It was sweet.
Hambly, any thoughts on the Deluxe Generation 1 Sure Shot coming out?
So, I don't like his color scheme. I was never really a big fan. He's always been my least favorite of the original Autobot Target Masters.
Okay.
So I don't think I'll be picking him up. He reminds me too much of Scoop. You know what I mean?
Fair.
So, big orange blob on the shelf, I'm okay.
Okay. Cooper, Rodimus Rod, sorry. Any thoughts on the Deluxe Generation 1 Sure Shot or questions?
No thoughts here.
All right. Next one coming up is G2 Breakdown. This is one that I was incredibly excited for. With the slow trickle that we've gotten of G2 Stunticons, I've been very excited to collect that assortment. So I was very happy to see him. I'm a sucker for those weird gaudy color schemes and a beautiful cyan Lamborghini with a giant G2 Decepticon symbol on the front. I'm not going to say no to that. So I'm excited for this one, even though I know for the general public, he's probably not the most exciting thing ever.
He is pretty fucking sweet, actually. Now that I'm looking at him, I really like him.
So, you go first, Dynamis.
Yep, sorry, bro. My thoughts on it, I haven't bought any of the G2 Stunticons whatsoever, so he doesn't really spark me as something I needed to pre-order in this wave. So it's nice for the people that want it, right? But if we're being honest, this whole wave was meant for reissues, and you'll see that later on as you name down the further of the list. But you're good now, Hambly.
Yeah, so my opinion on it is I won't be picking it up, but I'm excited for the people who do. And if I end up seeing a G2 Menasor, it might change my tune. I'm just overall more of a fan of the original Menasor colors, and I'm really satisfied with the first Legacy one that we got. I didn't really need that box set, so I don't feel I need to double dip. But if I see a really good Menasor color scheme, or if it just looks like that good, it might be the one I end up getting.
And that's completely fair. I mean, I would say, sorry to cut you off. I'm in the almost the same boat, but the opposite, where I had never been a fan of the original Stunticon color schemes, but I adore the G2 decos. That's what's getting me to actually buy those.
I would say out of the G2 decos, the Menasor deco is my favorite, I guess, and so that's why
Bruticus edges him out for me. But I do love Menasor.
Yeah.
I
like
Bruticus,
G2 Bruticus. I like the way G2 Bruticus looks. Right?
The camo doesn't
do it. The listings we're getting, we might get a G2 Bruticus from those. Or we can get what's his name from RID
Ruination.
2015. Ruination would be really cool. But we'll get there when we get there.
Cooper, Rodimus Rod, any closing remarks on G2 Breakdown?
I was just looking at pictures of it. I really like this figure a lot. The color scheme is kind of awesome, and the color model looks pretty good too. And that's another thing that everybody's going to learn about me is I'm a car guy, so I care probably a little too much about the alt modes of all these Transformers.
My thing is though, that Wild Rider mold that it's based off of is such a lackluster mold when you have it in hand.
Oh, really?
That's why I just slapped my... Yeah, it's kind of a really mediocre mold. I just slapped it immediately on my Menasor and called it a day.
Okay.
Yeah, the lot of the Stunticons, from what I understand and from what I've handled, are pretty flawed. They look good combined, but the toy experience itself really isn't there. Dragstrip, I do thoroughly like that as a individual toy. I think Dragstrip is a pretty good individual bot.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Dragstrip was really good.
But that's kind of, they kind of got us with that, and then the rest of them have just been worse, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And moving forward, though, one I'm very excited for, coming in to welcome Hotshot back to Cybertron, we have Deluxe Armada Wheeljack, one that he looks beautiful. We knew this was coming due to the Shattered Glass Sideswipe pack that came out with Rodimus. So obviously it was inevitable. We saw that pre-tool. So we knew he was coming, but, he is gorgeous. It is nice to see an accurate deco in the US for it. He's got the nice blue stripes on the side. The head sculpt looks great. They really did a good job at converting that mold into him. His back isn't exactly accurate, but, otherwise, that's as beautiful as an Armada Wheeljack as I can ask for. Wheeljack, I think, is one of the best characters in Armada. I think he's awesome. So I'm very hyped for that release.
When he was revealed during the stream, the black coloring they have on his plastic is so shiny. It looked
gorgeous.
Really nice. Oh my god. That Sideswipe mold is probably one of the best molds they have still from Siege. And I think it's pretty perfect when it comes to Sideswipe. I feel like they can improve on it at some point, maybe add more articulation. But that is a great mold, and I'm still happy they're using it. I just wish I got that G2 Sideswipe back in the day that they came out with, because that thing's like $300 now, and there's no way I'm getting it.
Holy, I should have picked it up then.
Yeah,
yeah, it's very pricey now.
I thoroughly enjoy my Sideswipe figure, and this color scheme, on this figure is just stunning. I really like this.
They really killed it with that gloss black.
The gloss black.
I'm talking
with
about the original.
About the original.
Cut off there.
You're good.
Sorry,
You're
guys.
good.
I was talking about the original G2 one. It was the black and red variant. Not the one that just released within the Toxitron line.
Gotcha.
That one is still easy to get. Yeah, that one's still easy to get.
I got that one.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
the
I
have the
great.
Toxitron one, and I absolutely love that figure. And
Yeah,
obviously,
the Toxitron one, I really like.
That is one of the coolest looking vehicle modes I've
Yeah.
ever seen on a Transformer. Like the crazy Vaporwave Lamborghini.
Yeah.
is
Oh
just
my
It's
god,
so
the
really
cool.
90s Vaporwave Lamborghini is so cool.
and this Wheeljack is just it's just beautiful looking.
Bon appetit, bro. I pre-ordered that immediately.
Yeah, I don't.
Hambly,
I
you
do
have any
not
thoughts?
blame you with the gold accents for the swords, the gun, and the wheels, and the slash on the chest with the blue stripes is just gorgeous, and the white. Oh, that looks so good.
So I did not pre-order this, not yet at least, and it's just because I wasn't as attached to the Unicron trilogy as a lot of other people are. I watched a decent amount of Cybertron and a little bit of Armada, and I never finished the full series. I never got through it all, so I don't have that much of attachment. But I do have the Shattered Glass variant of it, and the little swords are fun. It's a nice little add-on to have it to the the skirts of the vehicle mode, and it looks really, really clean on that. The only reason why I haven't picked it up, I guess, aside from the I don't have the attachment, is I'm just trying to save a little bit of money, so I have to kind of pick and choose what I'm buying here and there. If I see it on shelves, though, I will get it, especially if that paint, like you guys mentioned, looks as good as it ends up coming out to. Like if the production models look like that and I see it on shelves, I'll probably get it. I'll probably cave.
Completely fair. Yeah, and honestly, this kind of was talking about with us all having different backgrounds, where it's like for me, I am so attached to the Unicron trilogy. I am the glazer and bootlicker of all time for the Unicron trilogy. So that's my occupation.
Mm-hmm. Those edits go hard. I don't know shit, but they go hard.
Fair. Anyway, moving on forward, we have some package refreshes. I'm just gonna kind of like shoot through these a little bit here, just so that way we can.
Let's get them out of the way so we can get on to Age of the Primes.
Yeah, so we got Cosmos, Ramjet, Tarn, and Galaxy Shuttle all getting some package refreshes, which I think are pretty solid. I think Cosmos is good. I'm glad that he will be available for those who want him, and they don't have to pay $90 for him. Glad that Ramjet can make it out of his Amazon 2-pack finally. Tarn, I know everyone is losing their mind for that toy. Glad he's coming back. And Galaxy Shuttle, I'm very happy for those in the US who do not get their hands on that. If you guys are from Canada or Australia or the UK, you're probably sitting here thinking, what the fuck is this guy talking about? These things shelf formed like crazy. But in the US, unfortunately, you guys got all of our stock. So we maybe got 5% of that production run. So finding a Galaxy Shuttle here is like finding a diamond in your backyard.
I believe the Speedia 500 line, which that came from, that Wave 2, which was him and Crasher, got canceled in the States, but they only made it to a few certain regions, so some people were able to get Galaxy Shuttle. Yeah. I never saw Crasher or Galaxy Shuttle in my Walmart, so I'm pretty sad about that, but I'm so happy we're having Galaxy Shuttle again, because I am such a sucker for spaceships. I love NASA, and I just love space in general, and a goddamn literal spaceship alt mode. I know it's a retool of Astrotrain, and that's already a great mold in itself, but it just looks so nice. I think the colors fit it so much better.
Oh, he's beautiful. I mean, I go to TFCon Toronto every year, so I managed to get one in Canada where they were like, please take as many of these with you as you can. So I've had one for a while, and he's beautiful. So I'm very, happy that everyone's going to be able to get their hands on that.
I love it's a great deco. With Ramjet, that Seeker Elite 2-pack was actually one of the worst things to get during Earthrise, because that was during the big V too, so it was absolutely awful getting that 2-pack, and a lot of people's orders were canceled.
Yep, mine included.
Yeah, so that's good that it's gonna, get back in people's hands. Then we have Tarn. Anyone after Tarn?
I mean, after
everyone get them?
The Legacy release and then the 4-pack from Target, I'm good on Tarn,
And then what about Cosmos? Any Cosmosers?
I got mine.
My Cosmos is a little loose, so I might get a new one. I think you also forgot Origins B, but let's be honest, everybody probably has him by now who wants a Bumblebee.
Dude.
Actually, that was not on my list here I'm looking at, but I don't think anyone alive cares. Dude, yeah, you I don't know who had trouble getting that.
You should have seen the amount of fucking bees they had on the shelf. We were at Walmart.
Not Origin.
I know
but
it's a different bee, but
the 86 one. They had 10 of them.
I think
there was
probably
10
more,
at our Walmart.
It is an A-list. That's the new thing they're doing, where that's what Studio Series TF1 Prime is.
Yeah, there's a lot of
just
them.
So many of them.
So many.
Yeah, I didn't see that on my list. I didn't have Origin B, but I don't know anyone who had trouble getting that. Those were very readily available at Target. I think their aftermarket price is still very low. If you didn't get it, it's a very fun Bumblebee. It's a very unique transformation for anyone that does want one. But, wouldn't say it's something that's very difficult to obtain.
Oh, yeah, not at all. I mean, it's a good bee, the Origins bee, just for anybody that doesn't have it. I mean,
any other thoughts on our package refreshes?
No, I'm excited for all the people who didn't get the chance to get those figures.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I hate scalpers, and now that collecting got a lot more popular after the big V, there's a lot more scalpers on the field, so it is literally fighting,
I'm gonna
assholes that'll just upcharge everything.
I'm gonna interact. What? Never mind.
What you got, Rod?
I need to change that name. What do you mean by the big
up,
V?
Rod?
COVID.
That's COVID.
Oh,
dumbass.
Well, fucking, I don't know. You say the big V, I would think the big C or something. There's the V is in the middle of it.
COVID.
It is the second syllable for sure.
I mean, it's the second syllable. It's not the first letter.
I feel like, I don't know. Why are we dancing around the word? Why are we dancing around it? Why don't we just say the plague that destroyed us all?
I'm dancing around it because when it comes to the YouTube audience that'll be watching this, YouTube hates when you say COVID for some reason. So that's why.
Well, they can cry about it. Any more things that we want to say about these package refreshes? Any other comments, concerns?
think we're good.
All right. Then finally, we get to leader class. We have leader class G1 Overcharge, a Blitzwing redeco into a background guy that I don't think anyone cares about. But $50 troop builder seems a bit ridiculous to me personally. But if you're all the Overcharge fans out there, I'm sorry if I offended you with that one. I hope you guys enjoy your toy. Yeah, all like 4 of you. But
I mean, it's fun. I feel like when it's probably gonna go on clearance. Not gonna lie, 'cause I don't see people rushing out of their homes to get Overcharge. I feel like that's when I'll pick them up. Right?
I will
it's
say,
a fun little repaint.
I agree.
That's fair.
3-year-old or not 3-year-old.
Yeah, 3-year-old
3
me would
years
love
ago.
that.
Yeah, 3-year-old me. Yeah, no, 3 years ago me would have absolutely bought this like right away because I was just a little fiend for army builders and yeah.
Fair enough.
It looks good, but no, it doesn't at the same
Any other thoughts on Overcharge? Any questions, Mr. Rod?
I don't think we care about it.
I think
Fair enough.
the
Yeah,
paint deck
I don't know
alone
who does. I
Yeah,
truthfully
like,
don't know who does.
The paint does not do it.
V was that was my only interjection there.
Yeah, man.
That
All
was
right, so
your
now
only
we're out of the
thing.
boring. We're getting out of the boring now.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna get into the fun new stuff.
hated
So
that
here we
section.
go,
You
baby.
actually have you actually have no idea how terrible watching that live stream was. Just seeing the same shit that we've already.
It was so
talked
bad.
about.
Oh, I guess we didn't. It's not on my list here, but we should probably talk about it. The Studio Series Sentinel Prime for Transformers
Oh
1
my
is
God.
the coolest looking thing I have ever seen. For those that haven't seen the movie, he's pretty cool. Not gonna say anything else, but that Studio Series figure looks phenomenal. Both modes. I love that he has the battle configuration. Just a gorgeous looking toy. And honestly, I thought it was a leader class, but it's a Voyager, which I was very impressed with, like them getting that much done at that price point. That thing is gorgeous. I am incredibly excited for it.
And also for anybody listening that is interested in Transformers 1, next week I believe we will be discussing the movie after we have all seen it. I believe myself and Hambly have not seen it yet.
Correct.
And we are both extremely excited to see it, and we cannot wait to talk about it. So if you haven't seen it yet and you don't want any spoilers, probably skip next week's episode.
Well, at least we'll make sure we do a spoiler
do a
segment.
spoiler-free at the beginning.
We should
but-
do like the first 15 minutes, guys. Will be like a spoiler-free section, and then from there on out, it'll be complete.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so
Sorry, I had to
Sentinel Prime. Any
interject
more
there.
thoughts? Yeah, you're good.
I think the sculpting is beautiful, and I love that he has like a Gundam battle mode. Like that's so neat.
pretty sweet.
I love stuff like that. I wish Transformers still did like these crazy combined modes like they did during
Alternate
the Rock
equipment packs, super modes, bring them back. That
trilogy. We
is
need them now.
that is all I can say.
I saw the mainline
So
Sentinel today, and I almost did get it, but of course I thought about the Studio Series one that's coming out, and I've yet to even see the movie. So, but I'm excited. It looks really cool. I like his alt mode a lot too. Like,
It's very cool looking, Jeff.
yeah, it's nice. Nice change. A little. It's kind of reminiscent of IDW, at least from what I've seen, but not necessarily. I don't know. There's like, I get a little bit of the vibe, and I like it a lot.
Yeah. All right. Any other thoughts on Sentinel?
He's just great. I'm definitely gonna pre-order him whenever his pre-order goes up.
All right.
And Conway,
Yeah,
if
all right,
you
okay,
can,
yeah, we got
real
some new
quick,
shit now.
Can you check?
Hmm?
Can you check the old oil house? That's the wave assortment for before we start talking.
All
about it.
right, we can. I will look at this one. All right, so coming up, we have Wave 1 for the Primes wave. It's gonna be crazy, guys. The Primes, they're happening. They're doing the Primes. So first and foremost, not a Prime. We have Animated Wasp, which is gonna be a retool of Animated Bumblebee. Hopefully with a new head. We haven't seen it yet. If it doesn't have a new head, we are cooked. But otherwise, very excited for the not Decepticon double agent. He goes crazy. Love him in the show. Excited to finally have a toy of him.
Very excited to have a toy of him. That Bumblebee was stupid.
I think it was Grim Locamus that did a custom, and
Correct.
Yeah, somebody in our group got it. I think was it Shay that got it.
It was Shay Gall, Mr. Shay Gall, who is actually somewhat a sponsor of this podcast. You might be looking at a really cool piece of artwork right now that is by Mr. Shay Gall. He is also going to be a regular guest on here.
We'll plug his Instagram in the bottom thing and on screen.
And Twitter. And his Twitter. He loves his Twitter.
We'll make sure to link his Instagram in both the descriptions of Spotify and YouTube.
Very talented up-and-coming Transformers artist. Yeah, truly amazing work. Love that guy. Love Shay Gall.
Enough glazing.
So enough glazing, Shay Gall. Animated Wasp is coming out. It's gonna be crazy.
You're glazing Shay Gall. Dude is getting a full-on bakery glaze, bro.
Anyway, we have any closing remarks on Wasp? Any questions?
I'm very excited for it. I am a big animated Wasp fan. I love Transformers animated, and we need more, like, now.
On God, dude. After UT, peak.
Where is our lug nut? God damn it.
We need Decepticons.
Oh my God, he won the Hall of Fame like 4 years ago.
I'm saying, dude.
All right. Anyway, so we're gonna move forward. I'm just gonna do these two at once because they are two different aerial bots. We have Slingshot and Air Raid coming in the deluxe class to start forming our Superion. Very excited for these guys. All the Superion fans out there, I'm sure, are rejoicing. I am probably going to be hanging out for a G2 deco for these guys, but I love Air Raid. Air Raid's one of my favorite Autobots ever, mostly because of the War for Cybertron game, but nevertheless, love them in every continuity. So excited to see those. Might end up picking up Air Raid regardless just because I like him. But yeah, we got Deluxe Air Raid and Slingshot.
I wanted a Superion. Oh yeah. Superion is definitely the next combiner that I wanted. I've always looked at, what was it, the Fan Toys one? Their third-party one just looked so good, and now that we're getting an official one, I can hold off on spending $600 on a third-party combiner.
That is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Those third-party guys, they cook, but man, is it expensive.
Oh my God, they cook.
It is expensive and way too big. that is my issue with it. But yeah, any other Air Raid Slingshot opinions?
No.
Ambly? Rod?
No. Mr. Rod said no.
Rod? Mr. Rod?
No.
I'm just super excited for him. That's about it.
I need to change that.
All right, so we got... Possible. You do. It's kind of bad. All right, now we're into the primes, baby. We got the girl of the group. We got Solus Prime coming at us in the deluxe class. I have always thought that she looks really cool, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go all in on the primes yet. I think I want to see what some of them look like, but if I do go in, this is definitely one that I will be picking up ASAP. Then love Solus Prime. I think she's really cool. What are we thinking?
I'm a sucker for
I'm
the
hoping it's. Yeah, I'm very happy we're getting the 13 primes as an actual like feasible like figure. I know we got a few in the past, right? But we're actually getting full-on ones now, and I hope they're the Chronicle. What is it? The Chronicle of Primus? Is that what it's called?
I think it's the Chronicle of or what is that called? I know what you're talking about. Covenant, the Covenant of Primus.
The Covenant, there we go.
Losing my mind here. I was like, why couldn't I think
of that? I just had to remember the alien guys from fucking...
Yeah, I had to think of Africa being glass, then it came back to me.
Oh my God.
Love Halo 3, guys. Play Halo 3. Anyway. Yeah. So, Solus Prime, we hyped?
I'm hyped.
I'm pretty hyped.
I wanted to comment on the... Actually, so you go ahead, Hambley.
I was just gonna say in relation to like, cause Dynamis was talking about their designs. I imagine what they'll probably be is a mix of that, source that you're talking about, the thing of the Primus or whatever, and the IDW looks. Just because I know that, at least for a few of them, their IDW looks are definitely more practical for figure form. So because isn't that one source book like a couple of them are very spindly and just a lot of like.
Yeah, I'm expecting kind of an evergreen design almost for them, where they take aspects of all of them probably and shove them into one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping for at least.
Same, and if they all look good, I'm all in.
Fair. I was gonna say I think it's nice that we are getting a 13, as Dynamis said. Because before it's like if you wanted to get representations of these guys, it's very confusing because there's
like
some
BotCon
where you have like you want Logos Prime, okay, well have fun getting like the I think he's like $400 now, like the $400 Cybertron Sound Blaster from Galaxy
crazy.
Force. You know, you want that's your Logos Prime, because that's like one of the bodies he uses. That's the only one they ever made a toy of. You know, you have to get Nexus Prime, who's like a $500 BotCon exclusive. You know, they didn't even make all of them. The ones they did are a nightmare. So, you know, it's like you're having to put down thousands of dollars to get any representation of these guys. You know, so that's been a nightmare, I'm sure, for a lot of people. You know, third parties filled in some gaps. I know MMC very long time ago, they did a Solus Prime. You know, she's incredibly expensive now. You know, so it's kind of a whole wreck. Really, the only attainable Prime you could ever get was, you know, you could get a Titanium Fallen, and you could get, you know, Cybertron Vector Prime. You know, those are the two that you could really get your hands on.
Solus's, though, is Solus's hammer, because that's such an iconic piece to that figure. And it was literally an entire arc within the Transformers Prime show that was literally them getting Solus Prime's hammer.
Yeah, I do hope she has the Forge of Solus Prime. That would be awesome. Anyway, so moving on from that, though, we had Prima coming in Voyager class. I think Prima's pretty cool looking as well. Pull up an image here. There'll be an image. Should be images on screen of all of these guys if you're not.
Don't worry.
You know, if you're not familiar with the designs of all these characters, because they are kind of obscure. Prima, I think, is pretty cool looking. Can't say it's my favorite Prime ever, but I think Prima looks pretty sweet. And I'm excited to see what they do with the Voyager for it. You know, Voyager, they have been cooking with the Voyager classes these days.
Oh yeah, Voyager class for the last 3 years. I don't know what they've been doing, but they've just been cooked. Dude,
they really have. You know, we've had our QC problems, you know, like with Armada Starscream, but you know, otherwise they've been doing a great job with Voyagers.
You know, yeah, besides the, you know, QC issues with the Voyager class Armada Starscream, I think that figure is a good figure still.
It's a great toy, just held back by QC, you know, and I'm hoping that new Takara one, they're doing the, you know, Thundercracker,
good job,
you know, Super Starscream deco.
States. There goes like half your bank account.
That does suck they didn't get it over here, but
for a Voyager class figure. It's
yeah,
gonna be like
I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? In any case, though, Prima's gonna be sweet, I'm sure. Hope they cook with that. Any more thoughts on Prima?
Nah,
Nothing?
I hope she
No
comes
Prima?
with, you know, it'd be cool, I guess, if she comes with the sword. You know,
The sword looks pretty sweet.
Is Prima like a woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't actually know that.
Maybe not in all continuities, I guess. That might not be the case.
Which continuity?
In
Yeah,
IDW,
which continuity?
in IDW, Prime is a woman.
Okay, Prima and IDW, I'm looking up. I just saw Prima. Okay. Yeah, Prima is a woman in that. But then in
G1
other
continuity,
continuities,
though, guy.
They look like a guy. Okay, so we don't know. It's probably gonna be a woman, because I like what Hasbro's been doing now is that they're incorporating more like woman characters into stuff, and they like having like 2 per wave.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and also it, like, to not get like technical, but you know, is typically in languages a female like ending.
Yeah,
you know,
which is cool.
It is like a
punctuation
connotation for a woman.
Yeah, connotation. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's pretty sweet then. So yeah, they might have, you know, big Voyager.
Night Woman.
That's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, Night Woman. That's actually kind of sweet. Next one coming up. You know, about to glaze the UT again. We got Armada Red Alert coming at us. Very excited for Armada Red Alert. I am so happy that he is not just another deluxe class Skids redo like the Cybertron one is going to inevitably be. You know, for Cybertron, I think it works. The proportions are very similar. You know, I think that's fine for that, but I'm glad that they are going the extra mile with Armada Red Alert. They're going to make him a Voyager class so he can be as tall as he is in the anime and hopefully have more anime accurate proportions. You know, he's not going to be a stubby little guy like Skids. Red Alert is, I think, just so awesome. You know, I think he's a very sweet character. He kind of paved the way for like the Autobots always having like, you know, the cool ambulance guy on their team. I love Red Alert to death, and I'm very excited for his Voyager class. I'm so happy he's getting a Voyager.
Now, the question for you is, I reckon, what do you think this is going to be a remold of? I see a lot of people saying that Jurassic Park, what was it, JP23? A lot of
I could
people think
see
it's
it.
gonna be a remold of that.
Yeah,
Either
I
that
could
or
see
might
it
be
being
a
that,
full-on
or it's
That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that.
I could see it being that. I could also see it being a new mold that's going to be turned more, because like Red Alert has a very like there's Transformers that are very unique, and then there's Transformers that very much so have like just this design that is so like, like Sideswipe, right? Sideswipe, Jazz, like the Datsun car guys, they have like these body types that are very repeatable, so you can turn them into tons of characters. Red Alert, he kind of feels like that. I feel like there's more Transformers characters that you could turn Red Alert into once you get a mold of him. So I could see them going either way. I could see it being a remold of JP, and I could see it being a new mold that's going to be turned into tons of new things. Most of the UT stuff has gotten new molds. Armada seems to be one of their big money makers right now.
I imagine it'll end up being a new mold, and I also would prefer that it is, as much as I think it'd be cool to have JP be the remold. I have JP, and on my copy, I don't know if you guys have that set at all, but his arms and legs are very, very loose, and for that to be, the first figure on that mold to have extremely loose, limbs, at least on my copy, I don't know, like I said, if others experience the same thing, but it's a bit rough.
Yeah. I'm not sure, though. It definitely fits him, so I guess, only time will tell. Mm-hmm. Either way, though, I think I'm going to be happy with it. Concede either way. Any more thoughts on Red Alert? Any questions, Mr. Rod?
No, not from me.
All right.
None for him?
I got to say, I don't think I'm going to have too many questions in this segment.
Yeah, he's not exactly, the educated type on
yes.
what we're
Yeah, fair. If you want to know about a character or anything, you can always
yeah,
tell
what I'm doing right now is just looking up pictures of the characters as you're talking about them. So I have an idea of who you're talking about, but otherwise, I really don't have any input here or questions.
Okay. So moving forward, we're into leader class now. We have a leader class Generation 2 Grimlock. So obviously going to be the Studio Series 86 mold. I guess we'll be seeing it now in the blue color scheme from G2. Another recolor. That toy, though, is great. G2 Grimlock is, I'm sure is going to be awesome. The 86 mold is one of the best leader classes they've made in recent memory. I love the Toxitron version, and I'm excited to have another G2 on my G2 shelf. I've always loved the blue deco for Grimlock. I thought it looked really awesome. So I'm hyped to see how that looks. For those who didn't get an 86 Grimlock, you're going to have a chance to get one in blue now.
So. I think I might pick that up.
Okay. That's a cop for you?
Possibly. Not 100% sure. I'll have to see it. But I think I'll enjoy that one.
No, not gonna lie. I already have like 3 recolors of the same mold. I don't think I need to keep getting more. I have the comic one, I have the original 86 Grimlock, and then I have the Toxitron G2 one, and I prefer the Toxitron G2 colors.
Okay.
Prefer to the blue.
I kind of wish I did get the Toxitron one, if I'm being completely honest.
You could probably find it for really cheap still, because I think it's shelf warmed a lot.
I definitely did. It might even still be at my Walmart.
There's a shot it might be. The Toxitron collection currently is going through like its, like ending up at discount store places. We were talking about actually going to Ollie's the other day, Mr. Rod, when we were out. Ollie's recently got a lot of Toxitron collection, from my understanding. I was talking about them getting a bunch of Transformers. Toxitron ended up at Ollie's. So
I better go check
if you haven't. So if you guys have an Ollie's near you, if you want missing any of the Toxitron collection, want them cheap, check your Ollie's. Ross, I know Ross, they get that resale stuff as well. If you have a Ross Dress for Less near you, check that out.
Dude, just this free,
pick up those pieces of that Toxitron collection
everywhere, just like.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, everyone, that's it. There's some great things in that assortment.
I definitely want to make sure everybody has the same opportunity to get the things if they weren't able to.
Yeah, because there's some awesome toys in there that you may have skipped at retail. You may have skipped at retail price, but are worth your time.
So that Toxitron, his own collection, guys, which is crazy, by the way. Such a good toy. I love his colors. I just love that mold.
That was one of the ones I was very pleasantly surprised with when I picked up. I was expecting Toxitron to be like pretty cool. I was expecting probably to like Black Convoy more, because I usually do, but when I'm really sitting there looking at it, the Toxitron, something with that deco, they just really went hard on the paint. It's truly a gorgeous thing in person. Photos don't do it justice at all. Truthfully. I think if you didn't get Toxitron, I would 100% recommend picking him up. But yeah, so G2 Grimlock, It's going to be cool. Excited for blue. Now, last one. Big, crazy one in the leader class that I think we're all probably going to be pretty hyped about. We have the Fallen Megatronus Prime. And there's a lot of designs that could go for this. I think that what is unanimously being hoped for is probably for the Dreamwave Fallen.
Oh my God,
the Dreamwave has a amazing art style, and their version of Megatronus Prime / the Fallen is absolutely fantastic. If this leader is the Dreamwave Fallen, then I will be picking up all of the primes. Is pretty much how I'm looking at this right now.
I still feel like it kind of is necessary to pick up all the primes, because like having the 13 primes in your collection is like such a good thing when it comes to lore wise.
They're cool pickups for sure. I've never been insane on the Prime Mythos lore, but like I think that Dreamwave Fallen might push me over the edge. It's kind of
Dreamwave Fallen.
that's gonna be like, what pushes me over the edge.
He
of
was
like,
also the
okay.
winner of the Hall of Fame this year in the PulseCon stream. So like,
yes,
they used the Dreamwave design too. It has to be the Dreamwave Fallen. I actually have no idea what other Fallen they could do.
There's been a few designs for him, but I don't think any of them are anywhere near as iconic as that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that probably everyone wants.
And
let's be honest.
Shoulder effects.
Let's be honest. Like, oh, that'd be so good. Mark Clonus and all of them, BMAC, they know what we want, and they're definitely gonna deliver on it. That's the one thing I really like about the modern Transformers team, is that they literally know what we want, and they'll just drop like the best shit for us. Like, we're living in a golden age of like toys.
No, we really are. They are awesome these days. So yeah, any more thoughts about the Fallen?
Super excited. To have that metal one, and that thing can barely stand, and it's like the size of a deluxe. It's just...
Yeah, the titanium was rough.
So
that was a rough time.
Yeah, it's just, it's a shame that is the last Fallen figure we got, so this is long overdue, and I'm so gassed.
All right, Mr. Rod, any thoughts on Fallen?
No thoughts here.
Not gonna lie, that wave 1 is pretty solid, kicking off the year for Age of the Primes.
Oh yeah, wave 1's awesome.
Most of that wave 1 is a pre-order. Maybe just accept the Grimlock for me. I think that's pretty much everything in that wave is a pre-order for me.
Completely fair. Yeah, this is a great first assortment. I mean, it's not often where there's a lot of toys that I want to get, because I'm very picky about what I buy. But with this, I'm like, all right, Animated Wasp, that's 100%. Might get Air Raid, Solus. If I do go for the primes, then I'm going to get Solus and Prima. 100% getting the Fallen if it's Dreamwave. Then Red Alert. That's like an instant. I will buy the first one of those I can possibly get my hands on.
Not gonna lie, like this Age of the Primes, like I feel like this line has definitely got me a lot more excited than Legacy initially did.
Oh, 100%.
The original hit of Legacy I don't think was that strong. I think that over time Legacy got a lot stronger. Like, I loved United. Like, looking back on United, I think United's been really awesome. But the assortments before that have been kind of hit or miss, I think.
Now, I don't know if something's been moved around maybe in this Wave 1 assortment, but we did get like a leak recently about a deluxe class Vortex, and assuming, since we have a Swindle coming later on in the same like line, I'm assuming we're getting the G1 Bruticus going too this year. So that's 3 combiners we're starting to get into here.
Yeah, so Bruticus is going to be happening as well, which is going to be great. That's going to be awesome. So we're on wave 2 now. Boring one out of the way first. We have a deluxe Crasher package refresh. So if you didn't get it, here's your chance. Cool toy. I don't have any interest.
If you're a GoBots fan, I feel like you guys are eating good, because you guys just got a 3-pack, and then you got Crasher, and then we had those GoBots at the during Siege as well.
We still need Psykill. If I don't get a Psykill by the end of 2025, we'll be a little upset.
This dude's speaking gibberish to me, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about GoBots.
I've never been a fan of it. I like how they're corpses.
Right, of Transformers?
No.
No,
No, that's Diaclone. Diaclone is the precursor.
Okay.
Ever since Transformers basically bought out GoBots and has incorporated their characters, I've been a fan of, getting them in my hands, just because I think they're kind of cool. Kind of cool little piece of history.
That's
there's some neat ones there.
Fair. I said it's completely fair for him to want that.
So, Mr. Rodimus Rod, basically GoBots was a competitor to Transformers back in the 80s. It came out a little bit after Transformers. I believe it's Tonka that created them as a means to compete.
Yeah,
but they just didn't do well. They couldn't compete with the fact that Transformers' cartoon was actually good. And Transformers toys were better. So they just slowly kind of died out, and then they got bought out by Hasbro. So a lot of the characters have made tiny appearances, usually as corpses in the background of comic cells. But that's been like Psykill's claim to fame in the last long time has been being dead in IDW.
Yeah, so, he fights Megatron in the pits and gets his face kicked.
Well, so now that you say that, it refreshed like my memory, and now, I remember us talking about this. It was probably like half a year ago now that we talked about this, but I remember GoBots a little better now.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so then coming up next we have Deluxe Alchemist Prime.
McAdam.
So we got McAdam. We got the guy that runs the old oil house. This is crazy.
I'm excited.
I truthfully, as much as we did name the podcast after this, I have never been super crazy on his design, but he's pretty cool. So this is kind of one of those ones where I'll have to see it. I'm not really sure.
Sam, I'm very curious, I guess, as to which design they're gonna go for. I hope they go with one that's more like the original comics, I guess, where he made very brief appearances, but they like add some color that the new Cyberverse series kind of added to him.
I feel like, again, they might keep them all unified. They're going to be Covenant of Primus. I don't feel like they'll keep going like in different directions with the designs with the Primes.
Well, I mean,
I really feel like it's going to be like an evergreen thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're all Primes of different things. So if they have to, I think they should have influences of, what they're a Prime of in their design.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. You know, that's one of those things where it's like we'll just have to see what they do.
Of course.
Yeah, so Alchemist Prime should be pretty cool. Then coming next we have so this is where I believe we have our little swaparoo. We were talking about Deluxe Vortex earlier, one of the components of Bruticus. In Wave 2, we have Deluxe Swindle. So that is the one that's currently up for contention if we're going to get Swindle or Vortex. So, we'll just talk about both of them right here. I hope we get Vortex first. I love Bruticus, and Vortex is probably my second favorite member of the team after Onslaught, so I'm a little more hoping for Vortex than over Swindle, but I love Swindle nonetheless. He is my favorite, I think, intergalactic con man. Love that guy. So yeah, I'm excited for Bruticus, and I'm excited to see what they do with this.
In our little list here, right, it's missing a Deluxe in the Wave 2, so I'm assuming what happened was that they shoved probably one of the Deluxes from Wave 1, presumably either Slingshot or Air Raid, into Wave 2, and then slapped Vortex in there. And then so it evened out the Deluxes to 4 per wave.
That makes sense. Yeah, so take these with a grain of salt in terms of the order of which they're coming out, because things are always liable to change.
Yeah. JT Prime, like he always says, right? Like his listings, they're usually mostly true, but some stuff might get swapped around. Like obviously we covered the Dinobot earlier. That thing's probably getting canceled. But and we don't even know if Sure Shot might appear in this line. We have no idea what's happening with that yet.
True. Yeah. We have no really idea there. So a lot of things up for contention. Any more thoughts on Swindle, Vortex?
I would be in the same camp as you, hoping that Vortex comes out sooner. Of course, like everyone loves Swindle. He's super super cool because of animated, and he's a big player in a lot of the comics as well. At least
love him in the games too.
Exactly,
those levels are very fun.
But man, those Vortex missions in Fall of Cybertron, dude.
Running those ops as Vortex is so fun.
Oh my gosh, they made me fall in love with the character so much more, and I just like his snarky attitude, So I'm in the same mood as you. I'd prefer Vortex first, and I'm curious to see what their designs look like. Probably a little more G1, but still.
It's it's gonna be G1 for sure, but All right, on to the next one. We have a Voyager class Raid 2001 Skybite. everyone's favorite Decepticon shark that Optimus says could, quote, do better with limericks, because he's a really bad poet. I love Skybite. He is one of the funniest characters that the franchise has ever had. I absolutely adore him. I'm a big fan. I love Black Convoy. He's one of my favorite characters ever, and I love him and Skybite and Rido 1 and their little back and forth. I think they're very fun. Skybite's awesome. I'm excited for a new Skybite. I think I'm going to be going all in on all the new Rido 1 stuff, so I'm pretty excited for this release. Also, just giant transforming shark. It's fucking awesome.
I personally love how much of a shitpost Skybite is in RAD 2001.
He's so funny.
He's so funny, dude. He just shitposts all over the place. He's the exact same as like Sideburn, except he's cooler and he's a shark.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm really happy we're getting Red 2001 stuff, just for the fact that I spent so much money on a giant Optimus Prime HasLab, you know? I gotta get my money's worth somewhere, you know?
Fair, yeah. It's good that they're, getting more of those out. Any more thoughts on Skybite? Ambly?
Nah.
Skybite?
I'm excited for the
Skybite?
big Robo Shark. I will be buying it.
Big Sharky boy.
All right. Yeah, so Red Skybite going to be awesome. Something cool here. We have another from Rescue Bots. We have Voyager class Heatwave. I haven't seen a lot of Rescue Bots. I watched the opening and then every scene with Optimus in it and all the TFP crossover stuff because I thought it was neat. But yeah, Heatwave. I think Heatwave's pretty cool. I'm excited to see him having a normal proportioned figure. I think Heatwave is a pretty sweet character from what I've seen. I'm interested to see what they do with this.
Same. It kind of falls in that same house, of course, that Chase falls into. It's just characters that were made for the kid audience that are now kind of getting their spice. I'm excited for it.
I will be willing to see how they do with this, because I'm not gonna lie, Chase's deluxe figure, while that it is a good mold that I have the Cliff Jumper, I just don't think they did the head real justice. I think it looks too blocky and it looks like the Easter Island emoji on the deluxe. But with Heatwave, now that he's a Voyager, I feel like I want to look at this more, and when it does get revealed, I want to make my opinion on it. I feel like they can cook with this thing.
I think
it could be awesome. And
whatever the bulldozer dude's name is from Rescue Bots, I'm actually excited to see what his figure ends up looking like, assuming we get one.
Oh, he's definitely going to be cool. A remold of a Studio Series 86 Constructicon, 100%.
Something like that. With Heatwave, I'm actually kind of curious if they're going to go a remold path or anything, if he's going to be based off Inferno or something like that, or if they're going to make something new for him,
what if he's like an Energon Inferno?
Ooh.
That could be really cool. He could be an Energon Inferno pre-tool. That would be insane. Mm-hmm. He could be, he could just be a G1 Inferno remold, remold retool.
Not gonna lie, Inferno would be a great place to start with Energon, because that is a good-looking design.
People like Inferno as well. He has a cool character arc in the middle of the show. I think Inferno is definitely a good step that they could do. So that would be a very interesting pre-tool for that. Jumping into Energon if they wanted to. Also, just possible he could also maybe be even an animated Optimus remold. I could see them making a Heatwave out of animated Optimus.
I could see that. I could.
I think that could look kind of cool too. I'm obviously, got to glaze DT some more. I can pray and hope for Energon Inferno pre-tool, but being realistic, it's probably more likely a G1 retool or maybe an animated Optimus retool or its own thing. But we shall see. Any more thoughts on Heatwave?
No.
All right. So then we have Leader Onyx Prime. Onyx Prime, I think, has a really cool design. He has giant ass, huge wings. So this leader could be really crazy. I'm not sure if he is turns into a dragon or something. That's kind of the energy he has.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do this one. Not gonna lie.
I could just gonna throw it out there just because the big wings. Maybe Beast Wars Megatron Transmetal 2, maybe remold of that even.
Hopefully not.
I hope not, but I could see it.
Good. I mean, okay, so I saw a little theory on this, right, that it could be a leader class Scourge, right, from Cybertron, because there is a case assortment of Walmart exclusives next year that is Galaxy Force themed, and Scourge could be under the leader capsule. I don't know any other leader that could fall under that capsule, or any sort of remold that can fall under that. Not gonna lie here.
That could be pretty insane if it's Scourge. And now I'm excited to talk about that Galaxy Force Walmart thing. I didn't hear about that yet, so excited for that to come up later. Yeah, so Onyx Prime, that is Hambly, anything on Onyx Prime?
No, I'm just excited to see if they end up going like kind of the Centaur route, because he's got the Centaur legs as well as those giant wings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna look really cool. It'd be crazy. Rodimus Rod.
Nothing here still. I'm just trying to soak it all in here now.
All right.
Yeah,
so then wave 3.
Dude, you should see how I'm sitting right now. I'm literally fucking like maxing and relaxing right now.
Acting all cool.
Not cool.
So
cool.
Bro is not cool. His name is Rodimus Rod, for Christ's sake.
Next week I'll be cool.
Next week the rebrand will be live. Don't worry, guys.
Rodimus Rod, bro.
Yeah, let's hope he's better by next week. If he's not,
talking about Rodimus's joystick, bro. If you get what I'm
saying, bro, don't talk about Rodimus's joystick.
Dude, don't talk about Rodimus like that, dude.
You know who else likes Rodimus's joystick?
Oh no!
My man. No, so going to the next one, to wave 3. We have Deluxe Class Micronus Prime. Micronus, I know him for being that little guy that yells at Optimus in Rid 2015.
Yeah.
Which is the worst show I've ever seen. I hate Rid 2015. It is definitely the worst Transformers show. It is so bad. At least it's so shit.
Anybody
like Rid 2015 fans
obviously hasn't seen fucking the poop
dude,
shit that is that series. The dog pile of shit, bro.
Like Energon's dub is a little rough, but it has like a cohesive story with characters that don't fucking suck.
Yeah,
you know,
like
Rid 2015 is
shots.
It's cool. You know, Rid 2015 is like the worst action, the worst animation, the shittest characters.
Yeah,
it's so bad. The Starscream arc though. The Starscream arc. That's good. They did good with that.
Yeah, that's good. Starscream's good. They went in like the peak of like the Transformers Prime animation to like fucking dog shit. Like,
it is truly insane how much they downscaled there. It's like I have my quarrels with Prime, but like, you know, I can watch Prime and it's pretty good. It's like pretty cool.
Shift too,
and
it really is.
And then the tone, like, you know, you get this really cool, you know, very serious show, and then you go to like this like kid appeal or hang out in a junkyard.
You guys,
bullshit.
We need
to do an episode on this.
Yeah, we need to talk about the Align continuity.
Yeah, that has been.
You cannot tell me that Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron take place in the same universe as Red 2015.
No,
you cannot tell me that. Bumblebee goes from like slaughtering Decepticons in the thousands to like, guys, we have to arrest them. They can be rehabilitated. We have to arrest them before they cause havoc on Earth. And all the Decepticons look fucking stupid. Oh my god.
I was gonna say, I will say though, see with the Starscream one though, again, like Starscream's kind of got that dog in him again though, like he has in Fall of Cybertron. Like he's like, it's kind of funny how he goes from being like
has
this
that dog in him too.
Soundwave, yeah, no, but like Starscream, I love him in Align continuity. He's very fun in Prime, but like it's like funny how he goes from this beast who is just like fucking killing everybody, like that scene where like he's just like fighting through Autobot battalions and like you walk through that like devastated room where there's like Autobots stabbed into walls and mutilated and shit, to being like the dumb weenie baby in Prime. Like I love him, he's funny, but he's such a stupid little loser, you know. And then you go to Rid 2015 where he's back to being a beast again. It's really funny. Like he had a whole identity crisis. Nah, anyway, we should save this for a different time. Micronus though, he might be pretty cool. I definitely not the Prime I'm the most excited for at all, but you know, could be cool, might be stupid. I guess we'll see. Micronus Prime,
one of the two. Could be cool, could be stupid. Who knows?
Yeah,
do we have any real thoughts on Micronus Prime?
I'm curious to see what his size. Did you say deluxe or just?
It's deluxe.
It is deluxe. Okay.
So he's gonna be bigger.
Interesting. Curious to see what he looks like. That's it.
All right, then we have Deluxe Class Venom.
I know you were excited for this one, Coop.
I am, yeah.
So, you know what? You take the lead on this, because I have no clue what this is.
So, Deluxe Class Venom is a repaint of one of the Insecticons. So there's Ransack, I'm spacing on all their names, but they're the redecos of the original, 3.
Oh, okay, so he's one of the like other 80s Decepticons or Insecticons that wasn't in the cartoon. He's like one of those ones.
Correct. Yes. And so I'm excited to complete that mini collection because I already have all the other ones that they've come out with. That Doom and whatever it's called pack. I'm already forgetting the name of the collection. That 2-pack. I was super excited to get that. We already got the 1 kickback repaint from that 4-pack during the Bumblebee, the Buzzworthy line. So I don't know. I'm excited. But that's just me. I know a lot of people are probably going to pass on this one, but just adds more to the Decepticon army for me. And I don't know. I love my Decepticons.
Fair. I mean, I'm looking at photos of him. He's pretty cool looking. I like his weird and green and orange.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so then we have Deluxe Skydive and Fireflight. So we have some more aerial bots coming at us. Fireflight, I think, looks pretty cool. I like his design a lot. Skydive is probably my least favorite aerial bot. So again, I'm also waiting for G2. No, he is. He's my least favorite aerial bot. I mean, the aerial bots are cool, but he's definitely my least favorite one.
I actually really like Fireflight's design. Not gonna lie.
He's cool.
I love face
Fireflight's
guards.
Cool. Yeah, he's pretty sweet. So we got those guys coming out. Any more thoughts on the aerial bots?
No, not really.
Not gonna lie, I'm just Superion. I'm getting hyped for it, bro. I'm so excited. I love the aerial bots. They're cool.
Fair enough. All right, so then we have Voyager Alpha Trion. We all love Alpha Trion. He's pretty cool. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with this. It might be just a refresh of the Scourge retool they did for that 2-pack with Orion. It could be a
I
Vector
think it's
Prime.
Be an all-new design. I was thinking...
Possibly it could be like a BotCon style Vector Prime.
That Vector Prime mold, I feel like he should have been his own mold.
Yeah, I agree. But he could be a few different things. But Alpha Trion's pretty cool.
It's great that we're getting it, but yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. I think actually.
On the last one, we have Voyager Flatline, which again I'm not very informed on. So Hambly, you wanna?
Yeah. So Flatline is a very obscure character, at least from the most that I've seen him in. He's in IDW for really only a few issues and a few panels at that. He's a background kind of mercenary Decepticon character for the most part, from what I remember at least. And if I'm not mistaken, he works alongside Turmoil, which I don't think Hasbro has done a Turmoil at all, have they? I'm not positive on that, but I'd love to see a Turmoil. That's a little off topic, but yeah, I don't know. Cool kind of car mode. It's reminiscent kind of the IDW Skids design that I know a lot of people are familiar with because of the toy that came out back in the Generations line during the Fall of Cybertron timeline. So, yeah, pretty cool looking alt mode, and I'm excited, I guess, to see.
I'm looking at
looking
at the design here, and I think he looks pretty damn great. He might be a remold of whatever Red Alert's gonna be, because they're both SUVs, right?
Yeah, he's a taller, kind of.
So see, there we go.
Gunned out character, so that wouldn't surprise me at all.
He looks cool. Looking at even his design in Earth Wars, I like this design. He looks like a generic Decepticon grunt, but he kind of has a flair to him.
Right.
I'm not really that well versed in the IDW stuff, but even in IDW he looks cool. Hopefully he's IDW orientated, because I would love some more IDW figures. We got a lot recently.
More angular design. I just love I can't remember the artist name. It's I'm blanking on it right now and it's bothering me. But he's really really good, and I think his name is Mark, but I can't remember his last name. He's super 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 talented, and I just love his IDW designs and his art style, and I just want to see more figures like that. So. I'm a sucker and a simp for IDW. I will talk about it a lot.
Okay. All right. Well, that is all of our leaks that we have for the Age of the Primes assortment. Mainline is the mainline
assortment
part
that we have.
Yes.
I still think it's up in the air what Amazon's doing. Walmart has some stuff that's been leaked out, but we'd like to cover in a separate episode now that it's been a little bit over the hour mark.
Yeah, so we'll probably be talking about that next week, probably before Transformers 1, or maybe the episode after that. We're not really sure at the moment. But, just a brief summary of that, though, I'm going to just kind of touch on it just for a second, though, if you guys want to look into yourself. But, yeah, we have the Galaxy Force-themed Walmart stuff. You get to see the PulseCon exclusives. You're going to have some stuff like that. It's a pretty cool list of stuff, but all up in the air. Sinister versus Twin Twist pack. You have a deluxe Iron Fist versus Carnivac pack. We have Skybound comic style Jetfire by the looks of it. Possible Hearts of Steel, Bumblebee, and Optimus set.
Actually, with the Hearts of Steel, there's been another leaker in the community that's been teasing a Megatron, so we don't know what's going on right now with that.
So, yeah,
the Megatron design's really interesting. It's kind of like a World War I cannon looking thing. Hearts of Steel is really cool. I'd like a Shockwave, honestly, because he's just a giant boat.
That'd be pretty cool. In the Galaxy Force assortment, there is Cybertron Sideways, Exilion, which is... I'm not sure if they're going to do like a repaint of Hot Shot, because Exilion is Hot Shot in Galaxy Force. I'm assuming it's going to be that. Probably in the red deco that used to be... I'm not sure if they're going to go more Japanese deco like the DVD one, or they're going to go more US one like from the Walmart release. They're about the same. The Walmart one had flames on it. Probably that. Then we're going to have a Cybertron Skywarp, obviously a Cybertron Starscream redeco. Leader Class Unknown, possible Scourge.
Possible Scourge. I always thought, what figure was it that looked really like Scourge? I forgot.
You were saying the one Prime did.
Oh yeah, the one Prime. Well, that one, and then there was another figure that looked very similar. I don't know. It's been a hot minute, but I've actually wanted that Scourge for a really long time because I really like that version of Scourge.
Scourge / Flame Convoy is fucking awesome. I love him to death. Coolest robot dragon ever. So hopefully him, it could be maybe even a Cybertron Megatron. There's a lot of things they could do, but Scourge would definitely be a really sweet one. Then they're doing some Gamer Edition Devastation. There's a Seeker and a Ground Soldier that's going to be in a 2-pack. That should be pretty sweet.
That's an easy repaint. We already know which ones those guys are. The Coneheads and then, Run Amok Mold.
I bought 2 of the G2 Ramjets specifically for just like those kind of Devastation grunts.
Just now look at that, we're getting Devastation stuff. And then
which is pretty sweet.
When we eventually cover the Studio Series 2025 stuff in another episode, you'll see we're getting a Devastation Optimus Deluxe, which I don't know what they're going to do there. I don't know if it's another Prime mode or it's just going to be the G1 Toy Prime,
Yeah, it could be so many different things. Yeah, and then always there's another Target pack too that's coming out with the multi-pack. We don't know what's in it at all, but that's a summary of it. We can give our thoughts different time, but I figured just to get it out there right now for those who want to listen to it. But yeah, so that's the Age of Primes. Age of Primes shaping up to be pretty fucking awesome, I think.
We might get by the time we're recording this, which is on a Monday night right now, Transformers Tuesday or Transformers Day is gonna happen, so we might get full on toy reveals. And if we do have that occur, the toys will just be in the thing. The official promo images of them will just be in here.
Yeah, we'll get them in here for you guys to look at. For those who are video listeners, at least, or video watchers.
Next week we can do a quick recap on it to see what we like. Give our thoughts. Hopefully,
Yeah, like we said, we'll be doing. Yeah, we'll be trying to do like This Week in Transformers basically every week, so that way you'll, know all the new reveals and stuff like that as they come out. But yeah, so we like an Age of Primes though.
Yeah, shaping out to be a great year.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for the next 3 years of Transformer toys. Loving what we're getting.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's been over a little bit of an hour now. Some of us are getting tired. We recorded this like very late. So
Yeah, that was
Whose fault is that?
a bit of an idea on our part, wasn't that?
I'm sorry I blew up the Planet Fitness bathroom.
It'll be like that. And hopefully next week, Mr. Rod here will have a different name.
Okay,
Nice.
give me a break. This was like last minute. We were like, we're recording now, and I was like,
nevertheless, look, man, you did this. You had this name a long time ago, okay? And you named yourself after Rodimus Schlong.
Yeah, not expecting it was going to be my
Rodimus
screen.
Schlong.
That is just not right. No, that's just not okay.
It's just
Rodimus
definitely okay.
is
It's just
No, it is not okay.
Look, I mean, I know you like him a lot, but I didn't think you liked him that much.
What you don't want is for people to hear you before the podcast saying, I kind of like the name Rodimus Rod. That was kind of a cool name. So, how about go fuck yourself? We'll figure something out
well,
later.
I mean, you know what they say, though, right?
No.
When you're recording, the truth comes out, so... They don't say that.
I was going to say, I don't think that...
Yeah, I don't think I've
that's
heard
a
a single
saying.
human being say that.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody
Yeah,
say
don't
that.
say that.
Believe it or not.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between for tuning in to the Old Oil House. Make sure you tune in next week. We talk about Transformers 1, go over some more, that's leaks bullshit, all of that. It's going to be going crazy. We are the #1 Transformers podcast, and we will see you next time.
See ya.
Peace!